The search for one of the FBI's most wanted fugitives, Jason Derek Brown. Now, this former Mormon missionary is accused of a brutal armoured truck robbery turned murder in Phoenix, Arizona. So I travelled to the Valley of the Sun to see just how close the feds are to finally capturing this accused killer. A brutal execution during a Thanksgiving weekend armoured car robbery leaves Robert Palomares dead and a brother in mourning.
Jason Brown ruined everything. He ruined our happy little life.
Jason Brown is now a face on the FBI's most wanted list. Brown is accused of pumping 5 slugs into Robert Palomares, an armoured car bagman. Cops say the alleged killer got away with $56,000, but stole much more from the Palomares family.
Jason Derek Brown didn't just take a life. He took my world, my family's world. He took the gift of seeing me graduate from college, to see his first nephews. My kids don't have an uncle. My mom lost all hope. The family split up. He was the glue.
Cops say Brown is a low-level con man who liked to live life in the fast lane and loved his toys, but just couldn't afford his lifestyle.
He wanted to buy the rounds, he wanted to be everybody's friend, and he just didn't have the money to do that.
So he set out to fix it with a .40 caliber semi-auto. As cops searched for Robert Palomares' killer, they started connecting the dots.
He bought a concealed carry permit and got training in how to use a firearm. He purchased high velocity rounds that would do the most damage.
And he trained with it in the desert near Phoenix. And then surveillance in his own car.
He was doing surveillance on the armored car as they were doing their daily deliveries.
And receipts.
Receipts from restaurants that he had eaten at right in front of the AMC movie theater just days prior to the homicide. So he had spent all his time around there.
Cops tracked Brown to this hotel in Phoenix, but he had already skipped town. He slipped off the grid for a while, but then the FBI tracked him back to Orange County, California, where he had family. Arrest warrant in hand, they prepped to raid his sister's house, hoping to finally slap the cuffs on the man who'd been impossible to catch.
Literally 2 hours or so before we made contact at the sister's house, he gets word that there was a warrant issued for his arrest here in Arizona. He hears that, he breaks his phone, he throws some clothes into his Cadillac Escalade. He rips out the OnStar tracking ability in the Escalade. He says goodbye to his sister and he leaves.
And then where did he go?
He went south. Went to a gas station, filled up, and then immediately went south towards the Mexican border. Then he pulled a crazy one on us and turned around and went north. Next we have him is moving north through California and into Oregon, and ultimately in Portland. His vehicle is found in the Portland International Airport parking lot.
Was he hoping to make you think he'd left the country?
We checked every record of every flight that we could, anything in his name or any alias that we knew of. Again, hours of surveillance video and nothing that would show that he got on a plane.
That was 12 years ago. They've kept the files hot in Phoenix and even added Brown to the rogues gallery that is the FBI's most wanted. The FBI estimates there are something in the order of 800 to 1,000 tips related to Jason Derek Brown each and every year. It's more than 80 a month. The reality is police here in Phoenix have no idea where he is. He could be living halfway around the world from here, or it's possible he's still here in America, maybe even living right next door to you. And when those tips come through, what about the location of the sightings? Has he only been sighted here in America?
Oh, around the world. We have FBI legal attaché offices in about 60 countries around the world. Those offices are busy with Jason Brown tips, and we send them to him all the time. Some countries more than others, but we get them all around.
Some leads have the accused killer on the run closer to home, returning to his Mormon roots.
He still knows the Mormon church well. He can still talk that talk, flow within that community, understand the services, and understand the charitable work that the Mormon church does.
So you're working on active sightings right now?
At least 5 we've received this past week. So we get them all the time.
12 years after the fact, you're still working on 5 this week?
This week, yes, absolutely.
Forensic artist Curt Messick is using technology to show what Brown may look like today, 12 long years after the murder.
Because it gives you so many more options of what you can do. You can give the investigation multiple possibilities of what they might look like.
But for all the technology in play, the $200,000 reward, and the many tips investigators have received, for Robert's brother Derek, all the leads in the world still end in the same place.
I ask those that are watching, please help. Help me. Help my family. Help Keith find justice. This guy is out there. He could be your neighbor. He could be that guy living at the park. He could be that new guy who joined your church. You just don't know. But the only way justice could be served is if we all helped, if we all just kept an open eye and helped.
So as you heard, the FBI has been dealing with a record-breaking avalanche of tips when it comes to this particular suspect. But given the passage of time, the likely changes to his appearance, they are yet to positively confirm a single sighting. And so for the victim's family, well, the anguish just continues. And so now our plea to you. If you have any information on where Jason Brown might be, you can call or text our toll-free tip line, that number 1-844-800-CRIME, or you can also submit a tip at our website, crimewatchdaily.com. Also on our website, from Robert Fisher to William Bradford Bishop Jr., we're actually counting down the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives.